Okay, so I'm going to have a go at using Face Builder and Face Tracker from keentools to do the face, right, as opposed to the smart vectors or vector warp method. Okay, so I've gone and got an EXR of the face. Just want to check the resolution. Okay, I'm just going to go with that. Right, so we're going to use Face Builder to do the initial. Let's just go with under options. I tend to use a simple face. I find it's too much detail really with the big one. And let's get rid of the ears. Get rid of all these. Oops. There we go. Right, and then we can just use the auto, and then it's just a case of oh yeah, one other thing, we need to allow the face smart, because you can see his mouth is open. If his face was in a neutral position, I think you can use the, you wouldn't enable the thing. So then it's just a case of moving this around until we get it about right. And so I look at his teeth to see where the top of the lip is, and his jaw's a bit lower like that. So okay, I'm thinking that's, and this tongue, so something like that. Oh no, his nose is a bit not quite righty as well. Okay, let's say we're happy with that. Around the top of his head, maybe bring that down. Yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, you can have obviously multiple views. You can add more images, and you can hop between them, and it will also work out what it thinks the focal length is. I did try initially using F-Spy for the focal length thing, and try and match the car to get, but I was having issues. Now this is the thing that I'm slightly concerned about, is the resolution here, because the actual resolution of the clip isn't that. So if I go to Face Tracker, I'm going to create a new face, and let's say get the movie clip, and it's in my downloads, I think. There we go. Just going to leave it at the default and see what happens. I might have to. Okay, so let's say we're happy with that. Face Tracker. Okay, so back to 3D. And then we'll go to face, select the object that we just created, and we need to write out a cache file. Stick them on now, downloads, test. Choose, analyze, do the thing, go align. Okay. Now this is where it might break, and also let's tweak these. Let's see if we can get it a bit better. Yeah, so the actual, where you're joining the 3D or whatever, you need a certain amount of thickness to be able to feather stuff off, right? To the plate. So with an alpha or something. Anyway, let's try that and see if it's going to stuff up for us. No, great, this is perfect, right? Okay, so. Yeah, I didn't mess with even though this is larger, it's like 3K or something. I didn't mess with the resolution, so I suggest you don't do this. Don't mess with the resolution. Only we can up the resolution when you render, right? But that's working pretty well. You see? I mean, look at that. In fact, let's do some more. Let's analyze the entire sequence. Reanalyze. Okay. Because it will break, and I want to show you how to adjust. But it's pretty. I mean, it's pretty impressive that it's, and it's a fairly affordable thing to rent for the month. I mean, and it's cool that you can just rent it for the month. I mean, it'd be nice if it was a permanent license, right? I mean, maybe they do one, but I don't know. It's become let's try the geo tracker for 3D camera tracking or object tracking. It's become my sort of go-to, just because it's all within Blender and I don't have to mess about. And yeah, I have used it quite a bit, so I think it is worth it. Right, so now let's try the auto track. Track forwards. I mean, I was wondering if I could save out an alembic. You see, it hasn't gone together on his lips there. You see, his lips are together. It's not quite right, but maybe it's good enough. Right, so let's see if we can try and fix where it's coming apart. And you can adjust the appearance on it as well. So it's easier to see. But let's say we want to... Okay, his lips aren't quite right. They should be together there. So let's try, see if we can do it, fix it for you. So go something like that. Okay, and then you just go refine. We'll refine around the keyframes, right? And let's try refine, see what happens. Refine all will go through the entire thing, adjusting the key, but refine will just do it around the area that we've just done. So you can see it's fixed it there. Yeah, but it's we now need to retrack, right? Because it's adjusted. So we're carrying on going forwards. Okay, let's say that's not far enough apart, right? So go to where it's coming apart. So yeah, I think it's pretty good. I mean, is it professional enough? Well, sometimes, you know, it's sort of, I guess it depends on what you need. But there's not many, although PF Track can do animated faces, this is far easier than PF Track, I think. So let's carry on refine, and that'll go between those. So that's that done, let's say. There's a slight pop there, and so let's carry on with the tracking. The eyelids are particularly difficult. So if you have a look at it's the blinks that are tricky. But I think it's if you're just putting like a scar on a cheek, or trying to remove, I think this will be pretty good. You can see how well it's tracking with the pores on the skin to how well the grids look at. The blinks aren't great, I have to admit, and sometimes the lips aren't perfect. But I think it's usable. But I thought it was worth showing just because. Yeah, I mean, obviously we've got the other between those two methods, the smart vectors or vector warpers, Fusion calls it, and this. I think you'll be able to. Okay, maybe not do hundreds of shots, but if there's a few shots where you have to do like a makeup thing, or whatever, this might be a way of getting that. So obviously this is 3D then. So once you're happy with it, back to 3D, jump in. Now if you have a look at that 3D. You'll see we have an animated face. Isn't that cool? And if we look from the camera, you'll see that it lines up with our face. Right. So it's not quite. I don't think it's quite right. I mean, maybe if you did the F-Spy to get the actual lens and had multiple views of the actor when you're generating using the face builder to get a more accurate model, and maybe have him in a neutral pose. I mean, like publicity still, of the actor. So I think between that, I think you'll be able to. Well, I think it. Yeah, I mean, I've used it a few times. But yeah, I'm pretty impressed with it. It's not that much. I think it's like 25 quid or something a month, and they might have a discount if you get it for the year or whatever. Okay, let's stop the video.